Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. I was just brushing up on residence life and student housing's code of conduct and policy and procedures. Are you here to inquire about Armstrong Commons? Well, let me tell you, inquiry is one of our 3 core values.
It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Really, when are you going to be a part of a college campus that is completely transitioning the way they do residence life and student housing? So to be a part of opening not only the physical building, but be a part of transitioning our whole philosophy on how we approach student living is so exciting, and I've been really honored to be a part of that.
Everyone should get to define their own experience how they wish. So just a tradition of creating a beautiful home for first, second years and anyone else who wants to stay.
I really want Armstrong to become, really want us to be associated with being welcoming and being a community. So that's kind of the tradition, not so much hard traditions as much as having more of these emotional ties to our commons. And when people go away from now and they think of SMU, they don't just think of being a Mustang, but they think of being part of Armstrong.
One of the great experiences of being here is how much energy, how much life, how much productivity all resides in this small little community. It's kind of like going into a foreign city, like going into London or to Paris, and there's the energy of the city that kind of sweeps you away. And in our own little version of that, there's this life that happens in this community that's dynamic and interesting.
I signed up to be RA so that I can make an impact on people's lives and build more meaningful relationships with other people. In Armstrong specifically, it's just interesting to see how people think about Armstrong. When you hear residential commons, the first thing you hear about is Armstrong, and I think our residents wear that with pride. You know, no one wishes to go somewhere else. They're always happy that they're Armstrong. And the greatest thing I've seen is the residents go out of their way to get to know each other.
If you're coming to live in Armstrong, be aware that our sense of community is super strong. We're going to encourage you to come out in Armstrong. We're going to encourage you to interact with the people around you just because it creates such a better living space, and you end up getting lifelong friends out of it.
When you have integrity, you include people. When you have integrity, you're doing things the right way, you're doing things correctly. You're researching, you're being informed, you're having that inquiry. It's a very broadly encompassing term, value, word. Integrity is an umbrella of the other things that we embody, not only in Armstrong but at SMU.
I'm excited to see what we do to make residents feel a part of the community officially. I know we have a pinning ceremony planned, so that'll be really exciting for them to finally feel like they're a part of Armstrong.
We get to start all of the new traditions and create what will hopefully be the beginning of a wonderful second century. Armstronging is this tradition that we've created. The Friday before a home football game, we go out onto our quad and we grill hot dogs, and we have chips and sodas, and the students will bring out soccer balls and frisbees, and it's just this big bonding experience between all of the residents, and it's really neat because it's something that is uniquely Armstrong, and it's something we can look forward to.
Armstrong is second to none. Armstrong was named first. Crumb came along later. Crumb is the leftovers, the parts on the dinner plate that you don't eat because they're crummy, because they're crumbs. It began with a water balloon fight at move-in day of this academic year. Everyone, all of the first years, moved in. What happened next is the sun went down. That's when the water balloon fight began. We filled up 2,700 water balloons in one sink, but we know we won.
Favorite spot on Armstrong is the 5th floor open lounge, which overlooks the SMU campus skyline, which is amazing. From there you can see the football stadium, the soccer stadium. You can see Deadman. It's a pretty awesome view, and it's perfect for studying too.
Dr. Rita Kirk has the cutest dog, and if you had a dog like at your house and now you're here and like you miss your pet, you can go and play with that little dog because he is so sweet and he'll make you feel better. And Dr. Rita Kirk is also awesome, and she has cookies and tea, and it is awesome.
What we really wanted for Armstrong was somebody that could connect with people. You know, she's the director of the McGuire Center for Ethics. She's somebody who's always talking to people, and not just talking to them, but making connections with them. And we wanted that to be a place that we would create in Armstrong. So I think what we've heard a lot over and over again with our residents is that, oh, I saw Dr. Kirk and we had this conversation about this. I came in yesterday and one of my residents was just talking to her, and I was like, I didn't know you two knew each other. Are you a communications major? And she wasn't, and she was just sitting there talking to Dr. Kirk. And I think we wanted somebody that would make the faculty-student relationship not so daunting, not so scary. And so she's really helped us bridge that gap and kind of just mitigate the divide there.
I joined Armstrong Commons Council because I wanted to be part of an organization that can help create a culture of inclusivity and kindness in our residence hall, and I really want to help make Armstrong a place that people are excited about.
Get involved, try out the hall council, go to the programming. It's a great way to meet the people in your hall and just put yourself out there. It's great to meet people from across the country, across the world that you would never normally get to meet in your hometown, but you get to meet from all different cultures and experiences here in Armstrong.
I learned the word cupola. Armstrong is the only commons on campus that has a cupola. You can't help but love the fact that we have a cupola. Beyond that, it's a home.
Well, definitely the cupola is something that makes Armstrong special, but beyond that, it's going back again to community. It's the people. Community feeling is great. A lot of people are friendly here. If you see someone on the sidewalk walking to class, you always say hi. I think Armstrong is definitely unique in that sense. I don't really hear about that in any other commons.
I really feel like the people here are very welcoming, like contrary to what I would have thought. And actually there's like a quote outside our room that says, "Here's to the nights that turn into mornings with friends that turn into family." And I think that exactly explains Armstrong.
Really the people. I mean, some of the best friends that I've made have been just from like sitting in the hallways at unearthly hours talking, and definitely I think that sense of community has been part that's definitely defined my college experience so far, and I think it's due to Armstrong that has been the case.
One of the things that I really love about the Armstrong family is that they have as kind of their core, just about their presence. They care about other people, they care about each other being kind to each other, they care about the way they present themselves to the outside world. I think we do them great honor if we think about the kinds of people we want to be, and if we remember that we are not in the process of just becoming. We are who we say we are.
I am energized every day going to work and having the opportunity to work with amazing student leaders. And it's really awesome to see the leadership qualities start to grow and develop, and watch the ideas that they have come to life and watch them put their ideas into action. And I get so much fulfillment out of working with students that are excited about being a part of something, about changing the campus, about making their commons the best place to live on campus, and showing to their peers why it's the best place to live on campus.